like Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. The basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada.
Hello, girls, gays, and non-binary bays. It has been a cool last minute since I pulled that one. I was feeling it today. By the title of today's video, you guys already know we are here to beat this mud. I never really sit down and actually do a makeup tutorial, but if you haven't seen me before, hi, my name is Thomas. I am a content creator, fashion designer, iconic ass soul. I don't know where else to really go with that one. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years now. My gig here, I just like smoke weed, live my life, have fun. That's exactly what we're gonna be doing in today's video. So make sure if you guys haven't already, you hit that red subscribe button down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I want to keep the intro really short because my watch time has been really down recently, meaning watch this entire video. My career depends on it because we're on my channel and we have to keep everything interesting. I got my honey glazed glass bong. Not really mine, this is Francis's bong. Between every single step, I'm going to be taking a bong rip. This has to be entertaining somehow. I should probably start light because if I start with a big ass bong toke, I'm probably going to, you know, lose a couple like brain cells. Today has honestly been a beautiful day. I went and picked up weed this morning. Today I'm gonna be smoking on 805 Blue by Pacific Stone. I stand Pacific Stone. They're my heart and soul. And it's because they're 8s here and are $20. Let's go ahead and cheers. Let's get into step one. I've honestly had a shit ton of coffee today. That is honestly going to affect me negatively because I'm gonna have shaky ass hands. The first step that I use on my face is actually the sponsor of today's video. By People of Substance, and it is their art preservation stick. You might be wondering to yourself, literally, what is this? Let me pull out the receipts right here. They were so sweet and they sent me over not one, but 2 of their tattoo care sticks. These are made to be on-the-go tattoo care, providing you with extra moisture around your tattoos. As y'all know, this twunk is tatted the fuck up. With that comes tattoo care. You can use this on fresh tattoos, healing tattoos, on healed tattoos. This product is supposed to enhance your tattoos by giving it extra moisture. After testing this formula out just on my body and on my face, I can say my tattoos, when I do put this on, come out a bit more in color. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that like it makes them more pigmented. That's not really the case. But when your tattoo is moisturized, it honestly just does the damn thing. When I apply it, just rub in, especially if I'm about to go in and put makeup on it. Makeup dries out the skin and stuff, all that jazz. You can use code LB10 on their website, which I will leave at the top of this description. Thank you to People of Substance for sponsoring me. I guess it's now time for another bong toke before I really get started on my face. I need the camera up. This is your reminder to stay hydrated with all you do. Like, why did that rhyme? When he's a poet. I went ahead and I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions. I asked on my story on LBtwink and my spam account at Tilo Thomas. My Instagram almost got hacked from like Russia last week. Yeah, if my Instagram ever gets deleted, you can find me at Tilo Thomas. The concealer I'm gonna be using is the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and the first question that we have, lacy ribbons, any interesting dreams lately? I got a little story for this one. So about 2 nights ago, it was a lucid dream. It was a nightmare. Pretty much from what I can remember, because it's not much because I wanted to forget this one. Also, when it happened, fuck that. I basically was sitting in this exact room that I'm sitting right now. This room has a round shape to itself. There was like a landslide per se. We were on top of a hill and I'm sitting in this room, just like a view of the mountains, but then it slides like all the way down. And like when I said this was a landslide, it wasn't just any landslide. It was literally like half of the earth shifting up like miles up into the sky. The house ended up like in an ocean, but I ended up getting out, and like I was with one of my close family members too, so that was kind of fucked up. I dream a lot. I am going to go ahead and get this all blended out, but this is how I apply my concealer. I seem to have misplaced the top, but I found it. I am looking very just flat, very ghost-like, very have a big ass forehead. It's okay, I don't give a fuck. After this, I almost forgot I was doing a smoking video. I need an ashtray. I'm basically conditioned at this time. I'm going to be very stoned by the end of this. Maybe not do it every step, but every like 2 steps. I feel like that's more doable. This concealer still isn't set, so that means I'm on a time crunch. And she has loves. The casual serve. The next step This blush by Undone. I got this at Target. My favorite blush. I'm a big fan of cream brushes. I have oily ass skin, so I like to apply my blush around like my temples. Sleepy Tired on Instagram, who is someone I'm actually making custom for. And for those of you who don't know, I run a brand, Twinky Couture. It's all handmade couture clothing by yours truly. What was it like creating your own pattern for a plus size corset? I have been making corsets for, I want to say, about a month and a half right now. This corset I am making right now, my second time making a piece for someone in plus sizing. I'm really proud of this one. I ended up taking a corset pattern, resized it into plus sizing, and it was my first time making a plus size corset. Whenever I put on blush, I feel like pretty. Now I'm gonna just set my base. Outside of that, I mean, the question, I'm so high. What was it like creating your own pattern? I don't even know. I always look at like a good reference in my head to what each size might look like. I try my hardest, and I also ask people for custom measurements. That's the easiest way. Really shoot my shot, hope it goes well. If it doesn't, figure it out. Literally how I do everything. I feel like I've been talking my ass off. The next thing I go in and I do is I put bronzer on the eyes. I also shaved the ends of my eyebrows a while ago. I don't know if anyone's noticed. Whenever I'm on YouTube, I usually come on in a look already. I just use this butter bronzer by Physicians Formula, and I pack it on my outer corner and I go up. I like to wing it out straight. For the next question, what do you look for in a piece when you choose to thrift flip something? I look for like big oversized sweaters that I can turn into sets. I'll usually look for vintagey styled patterns. Outside of that, if it's just giving it to me, if it's just, I don't know, like sometimes I'll see a piece of clothing and I'm like, it's making me feel some type of way. That's how I shop for like fabrics too. That's how I shop for anything. It might be a really unhealthy way to shop. The next question that I'm going to answer comes from Mama15. What green hair dye do you use? This is a mix of they're both by Good Dye Young. They're yellow shade, and I believe the shade is Cowabunga. My hair needs to be done. It's grown up so much. Like during summer, long hair is fun. They were super sweet and sent me over a box. I want to say I did this hair dye back in December. The next question says, where did you get your hula hoop, and do you have pointers for beginners? Mary Malcolm 22. I got my hula hoop as a gift by one of my friends, thank you Ryan, from thespinsters.com. Beforehand, I had gotten my hula hoops from moodhoops.com. I feel like hula hooping is just another form of art to me. It's just fun and fresh. Also, this is how I go in on the ice. Just high and pretty. Myself without eyebrows. But now I'm gonna move on to Freckles, but before Freckles, I'm gonna do it. Living the fantasy. For my freckles, which are always, people talk about them a lot. You know, in light of recent allegations towards this person, I don't really want to promote their palette, but I'm going to be using 2 different brown shades from a Morphe palette. I'm sure we can like add up what Morphe palette I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna just show the top right corner of it. I go in with an angled brush and I go in with the tip part. I go in and start making a whole bunch of dots. People tell me a lot to do my freckles smaller, but honestly it feels like comic book vibes. I'm also gonna speed through this part because my ass needs to focus. Let's do that. I for sure did not shade my 5 o'clock shadow today. I also realized I got in a bicycle accident last year and I now have this scar on my chin that like when I smile, see how an indent. Do we remember when that happened? Last year, I was walking out of my house. I had not bought myself a car yet and I had just moved twice. I was going to walk somewhere to go grab food and I was so tired. I walk outside and I find a free bike. Like I literally find a bike with a sign on it that says free bike. Wow, this is such a sign and like grab this bike. Guess what? I grabbed the bike. Now, apparently, this is not common knowledge. Maybe this is common knowledge, but apparently there's a safety checklist you're supposed to go through getting bikes. I did not know that whatsoever. The only brake that worked on this bike were the front pedals. I had put in this bike in like a storage unit and I really forgot about it. Fast forward a week, I'm literally walking to go print loan paperwork for like getting a car. I'm gonna walk there and then I realize, oh my god, I have a bike. I'm just gonna ride the bike. So I ride the bike, have my tote bag with me. I go there, all is well. I get my papers printed out. I'm about to take on like the whole last day. And then I think, you know what? Let me take an alternate route. I am on a bike right now. Like the world is my fucking oyster. I'm about halfway home. Here comes a stoplight. I'm in the crosswalk. The button has been pushed. I had my tote bag hung from the front handlebars, which in hindsight is a horrible decision. Never hang anything that can get caught in a tire from your front handlebars. Apparently I just don't know that much about bikes. The walk sign goes, so like I'm on this bike and I go to start like pedaling. I stand up, I literally take like 3 or 4 strides. I just eat shit. I leaned forward and the bike's movement back and forth when like you're on a bike is what caused my tote bag swung into literally my front tire. So I flew over it. The first thing I hit was my knee. It literally took like a chunk out of my fat. It was ugly. I hit the palm of my hand because I put like my hands out. So now we also pretty much have eyeshadow done. This is usually how I do my freckles. Next, I would probably hop into liner. For liner, you know, I want to do something kind of fun today. I bought this at a Morphe store. Since then, I've been wanting to take on a lot more colored looks. This is the Suva Beauty UV Braids palette. These are all water activated and they turn into liners. Literally using my drinking water and dipping the brush in. I'm not gonna drink it after this. So I think I'm just gonna dip into the orange one. I should never take that many bong tokes consecutively before doing eyeliner. It kind of went off. Okay, wait, hold up. I love this brush because I'm able to be so precise. You know, I get questions a lot on like why my hands are so shaky, and I think today I could say it's caffeine. I also have like underlying anxiety. I really do. Okay, cute. Oh my god, I got some in my eye. Okay, the nice thing about these two is like they're water activated, so if you fucked up, you could literally just like wipe it with a Q-tip and spit. But pretty much that's the wing I got. Kind of a mood. Does art on face. Face is art. I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera because like this, now I'm really gonna have to focus, and I'll come back and I'll answer some more questions. Just wanted to give a little like cute moment to the eye look that came of this. She's looking real bronzy, real cute. I ended up with really long wings today. I can't really explain why I did, but it just kind of happened. This look is giving really high fashion, quite literally me. I just claimed being high fashion. So moving on next, I think now I would go into an inner corner highlight and then under the brow bone. And also, I have the cats around me and I don't feel right smoking, so I'm just gonna like pause on smoking just to like gain consciousness for a fucking second. Responsible consumption. I'm going to be using from the Freaky Shop Cloud Wrap. This brand I do also have a code with, which I'll leave in the description. I love their highlighters and they have really cute stencils too. People ask where I get those for my makeup a lot. I get them all from them. I'm just going to be using a round-ended tip point brush. I'm gonna just throw that in on my inner corner. Oh shoot, I did way more than I wanted in this eye. Okay, guess I gotta match it. But like glitter bags, bitch. Okay, hot. And then I'm gonna highlight where I think my brow bone will be, or like what it would be. I shaved the ends of my eyebrows just to do this exact thing right here. I should answer a question. I have just been talking out of my ass. Also, look at 100% dumb bitch, me. Production by Zach asked me, do you got bars, bro? That won't make me giggle. I don't know. I'm like, maybe with auto-tune I could. This next question comes from Love Projection 7. How do you stay productive? Do you keep a schedule? So I try to keep a schedule. I literally just write as much as I can down so I don't forget it. And I take things day by day. I also try to have a plan. So especially when it comes to collections or working on customs, I try to keep those more on a schedule rather than with YouTube, which I try to do in the free time of my schedule. Because I love YouTube, because it's the most personal platform. It's honestly my favorite platform to create on. With that, I try to keep a YouTube schedule just mentally in my head, like at least like 1 video a week, bare minimum. I aim for 2 usually, and depending on how busy I am during the month, it depends on how many videos I can make. For my brows, this is the NYX eyebrow gel. When I do my brows, I kind of just paint them on. I'll fix that up with concealer. As you guys just saw, I kind of just go in for it. And I try to just do a little bit of an upward to like snatch the face more up. Okay, that definitely needs concealer. I'll just like try to do my best. I used to draw a lot of faces when I was younger. When I would draw faces, I would try and give them makeup just with like shades of like lead pencil. I really just sketched in my notebooks all throughout high school and then just like left. In confession, I ate an edible every day of high school. That's probably why that happened. But no regret, literally none at all. My green hair falls out so much, that bitch is so dead. I think I'm like just about done. Ooh. So for the very last step of my makeup routine, I curl my lashes with this Forever 21 curler. I try to train myself with each hand like to do each thing. So like my right hand, when I put on my mascara with that, it does better. In my left hand, when I put it on my left, when I put my left hand, when I put my left eye mascara on with my left hand, I feel like I execute the process a lot more efficiently. Before I even go in and do that, I do take mascara and I gel up the front of my eyebrow hairs. And after I do this, I'll go ahead and clean them up with concealer and put on mascara, and then we'll be back. currently on the other side of my house where actually you can see our sponsor, People of Substance, actually sent me over that print too, which I thought was really cool. So thank you again, People of Substance, for sponsoring this video. You can also use code LB10 for 10% off your first purchase from that brand. Let's answer a little question, take our little bong toke, and just have fun. Business-wise, what is your favorite part about creating your pieces? Business-wise, my favorite part about creating pieces is really when I do see other people in photos of my work. It really just like, it is something else, especially on TikTok. I feel like I have this ongoing series of like duetting people being like the designer. It's really one of my favorite things in the world because like it literally makes me smile so hard. It also offers me such a creative outlet, a way to express honestly any fucking emotion that I'm feeling, any kind of feeling in general. I'm telling you guys, I did not think like a year ago from now, and I was just looking at like TikToks of me a year ago from now, I did not think this is what I would be doing. This is what 2020 did to him. This is I have to go get back sewing to that one like sparkly corset right now. I am gonna wrap up this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed how I go about my makeup process. Usually, not always. Sometimes there are bong tokes involved, especially when I'm in the mood and vibing. And honestly, I want to thank you guys for, if you've made it this far, for even watching the video, because like honestly, you're literally giving me an outlet to like live the fucking fantasy. Life is beautiful, and like literally chase your fucking dreams. If you guys don't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram at LBtwink and on TikTok at LBtwink, along with my Twitter, which I guess I'm gonna start promoting now because like why the fuck not? Check out my personal clothing brand at Twinky Couture, literally one of a kind couture handmade clothing. And again, thank you to People of Substance for sponsoring this video. Don't my tattoos look hydrated as fuck too? Comparing them to like how they usually are, I feel like they definitely look more intense in colors. Honestly, you could use them on fresh tattoos too. Will be linked at the top of this description, and one more time, code LB10 for 10% off your first purchase from the brand. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. XOXO, LBtwink. XOXO, LBtwink.